Started on that couch, couldn't catch my breath. Rob's got the Stoke voice, Ben's coaching best. Emma joined the crew, brought balance to the mess. From zero to hero, community blessed. And we are live, that's how we start. 3 voices strong, 1 beating heart. Couch to coach, we're building art. Every step we take, we're playing our part. Keep running, that's what we do. Keep running, me and you. Keep running, through and through. Keep running, the whole crew. Keep running, dreams come true. Keep running, I'm talking to you.
And we are live. And it's the 3 of us. Because I was quite worried that we might lose. Oh, what's going on, Emmett?
Nothing. Don't worry. No.
Okay.
Carry on.
No. I was quite worried that we might lose one of the members after last week. I thought that Emma might ditch us because I texted straight after the recording of the episode saying I'm sorry, and I was left on blue on WhatsApp, and no response from Emma, and I text Ben saying, "Do you think we've upset her?" And Ben's like, "Nah, she'll be all right."
You were like, proper worried though, to be fair.
Yeah, I was. And then I texted him back saying, "Well, we can't afford another logo change, so she best be okay." Well, she's here. She's come. She's joined us. She's rejoined us. She did say yesterday.
I'll give you one last chance to behave. And stop
so we're on
me.
probation now, then, are we?
You are.
Oh God.
You've
No,
had
I
a
think,
warning.
to be honest, if anyone's on probation, it's Rob, because before we came on, Rob showed us how to edit and upload the podcast to make it available to you whilst he's on holiday in Cape Verde. So technically, Rob's on probation because
And he struggled to show us how to do it. Don't know how he's managed.
I just know it. The thing is, when you're telling somebody how to do something that you just know how to do it on your, like, you just know inside out, it's really hard to explain to somebody because I've got my little niches and little ways of doing it. So I've got things saved and I've got things downloaded already, and now it's probably more work for me to set it all up for you to do it than it is actually for me to just join on Monday and just do it anyway.
So I'm thinking he just said he's coming. He's coming.
Say again, Ben.
Just need to let you enjoy your honeymoon, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll enjoy my honeymoon. I will enjoy my honeymoon. I'll just get Laura really drunk on Monday night, and then she won't know that I've disappeared for a couple of hours.
So we've got people watching. We've got Samueto, Caroline Kane, Cole Marsh, Claire A. Is that Claire?
Yeah, that'd be Claire Allman. Hello, Claire.
Amy Carney, Clenny Burned, Jim Flowers. Yeah. Sam's asking what niches are.
Niche, Niche, N-I-C-H-E, niche.
Niche.
Why do people always take the mick out of the way I speak? I said yesterday about tracksuit trousers, and nobody else says tracksuit trousers apart from
nobody.
Let's put this in the comments. Tracksuit bottoms, joggers, trackies. I mean, Laura called them cargos.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And then
somebody else called them something. Yeah.
So what do you call tracksuit bottoms?
What do you call these? Oh, God, I'm falling over.
Mate, they're tight.
They are quite tight. It's my calves. That's why I've got tight calves.
I get worried every time you do that. We've already seen too much.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. Don't worry.
Rob trying to play cockle
ball. We have though.
Cockle ball. Cockle. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. So what do people call them? What do people call them? Because I call them tracksuit trousers, and I thought everybody called them tracksuit trousers, but clearly everybody doesn't call them tracksuit trousers.
I go trackies or joggers.
Joggers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. T-shirts. We started with the t-shirts as well. Trackies are shiny material. Joggers are softer.
Yes,
Jimmy Flowers.
Jim's got it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would say. Yeah.
So what you're trying to say is
tracksuit bottoms.
Trackies are shiny. So one pair are worn by Jimmy Savile, one on. Is that what you're trying to say?
We've mentioned Jimmy Savile once on this podcast before. We're not mentioning him again. We'll move on from that. He gets too many mentions. We'll move on from that. Tracksuit bottoms. Claire Allman says tracksuit bottoms. Anyway, how are you both?
Oh, struggling today, if I'm honest. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. She has to
I
beat
mean, I've
us.
got 2, but I left the other one in the car.
I should have 2, but I didn't. I'm
What
glad I didn't do
for?
it. I should have, because I should have done level 7.
But
That's
you
what I meant.
didn't.
I should have. I know I didn't. I'm quite glad I
So
didn't.
why
For
should
the
you have 2?
shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, I shouldn't have then. Okay, I should have one for supporting everybody.
So on a
That's
scale
make
of
you
1
one.
to 10, how tired
Yeah.
are you both?
I am shattered. So Carl Marsh has just asked the question, how are the legs doing, guys? My hip is in bits, and I genuinely, it doesn't feel as bad as it was, but it feels different. My leg feels dead from like the knee up. It's bizarre, and I just feel tired. I had a rubbish sleep last night, and do you know when you look at your Garmin, it says your body battery. I charged my body battery to 30% last night. So I've been running on 30% all day. Just shattered.
Bad times.
Yeah. How
Bad
about you, Per?
times. Emma?
Shall I go? So when I woke up, I was probably, in terms of how exhausted, 8 out of 10. I didn't sleep very well, but when I've had a big event or a big weekend, I think the adrenaline gets to me and I always struggle to sleep. But as the days gone on, I feel like I've recovered quickly. So I'd say right now, I'm probably a 6. I've been for a couple of little walks. I've ate well. I've hydrated. So I feel better now than I did this morning, and I've not had a nap.
Nappuccino?
It's not like
No
me.
nappuccino.
I've not had a nap today,
I went to
so
running
I'm
club
I'm
to
all
have
right.
to have a photo. Didn't I had the photo and then went to Chippy instead. So I can't even say I ate well today because I've had chips. I've had chips, sausage and gravy from Chippylicious. Chippylicious, if you're listening to the podcast, do you want to sponsor the podcast? Let us
No,
know.
we don't want to be sponsored by Chippy.
Why?
No.
Why not?
We just
How are
don't
you
want
feeling?
to
How are you feeling, Ben?
So after level 7 on Saturday, which was very leg heavy, I actually felt all right because I did some stretches and I rubbed in some magnesium before bed on Saturday night. But yesterday, I think Potters was one step too far. As soon as I finished, I felt absolutely terrible. We
Tell
went
them
to
what you
this.
felt like.
We went to the Slamwich Club, which was like the after party thingy
After
at
party.
Mara. I mean, it was, it was just in a like a beer garden thing, weren't it?
Yeah.
I had a Coke and waited for some food. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Coca-Cola, not
But
Coke.
but I'd have done better
Although
with
that might
to
have
be
helped.
fair.
Yeah, that might have helped.
And it was cold in there because it was outside and there was no heaters and the sun wasn't out. But I sat there like on a little sort of side thing on my own with a cushion leant up against the wall. And I just looked at Rob at one point and I was like, I feel like I'm on day 2 of a 3-day stag do. And I went too hard on day 1 and I've still got day 3 left. I felt terrible.
At one point, you were hugging a pole. You were hugging a pole, and then you were hugging me as well because I was warm.
You
I
gave
looked
really
at you
good
and
hugs.
you said, I think I'm going to be ill. You said, I'm going to be ill. I feel that bad.
I genuinely felt absolutely terrible. I mean, some food would have been nice, but we didn't get any of that.
I did.
Everybody else did apart from us.
I
Yeah.
got food. It was all right, actually.
But
Did you tell her
Nice
your
food, it was
name?
nice food.
If you didn't tell her your name,
We did tell her a name. My name. That's probably why she just said, no, we're not going to save them. We did get his money back. It wasn't the best. The after party wasn't the best. I'll say it. I was expected a bit more than it was. But I suppose what can you do? You don't tend to have an after party after a half marathon or a marathon anyway.
you
don't
normally
really
just
go
go
anywhere.
Weatherspoons.
Yeah. A lot of people did go Weatherspoons.
I think the idea was there. It was a
Yeah.
nice idea.
Yeah.
And I think obviously with the fact that Potters was being sponsored by Mara, and I don't think by any means this is George and Mara's fault.
No.
I think they just at the backyard at Slamwich Club, they just couldn't handle it. And to be honest, it wasn't full. But
No.
anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the race.
Yes, let's talk about the race. So this is our Potters off debrief. So it was it's a hard race. It is a really, really hard race. I don't think there's anybody that would say it was an easy race, other than a guy that we've just been speaking to as a mystery guest. So tune in for that on Wednesday, guys. But if you've listened to on Wednesday, you'll
Oh, here he goes again.
listen to you on a Friday. It confuses me. But yeah, so it wasn't an easy, and we know how not easy it is because we've done it before. Spoiler alert, I didn't get my sub 2.
I did.
Emma got my sub 2 for me.
The day after doing level 7.
Just to rub it in, you should feel sorry for me for even just a little tiny bit. I've just said I didn't get my sub 2, and as soon as the sub 2 came out of my mouth, I did. So I didn't get my sub 2. I got 2 hours and 52. I genuinely think I would have got it.
You got 2 hours 52 minutes. Aren't you?
No,
you're
2
52
hours and
minutes off.
52
You're
seconds.
nowhere near.
So what threw me was for people that have done it before. As you go down, last year it was down Sneeze Street, and you just turn immediately left onto Hanley Forest Park, or Goosepoo Knee Park, as it's called now. However, yesterday you did a little bit further down and then come back on yourself. Because I looked at my watch on my Pace Pro, I had 155 on my Pace Pro. Wishful thinking. I did that for Great North Run, and I got 156. So I was happy. So I put 155 in it again. And when I got to that point, I was 4 minutes ahead. What is it? Ahead? No, it's not ahead. Is it? It's
Behind.
away. Yeah, behind. Yeah, that's what I couldn't think of the word. Behind where I should be. So I was on 1 for a 159. I went down that little bit.
Where was the 2 hour pacer at this point? In front
There
of
was
you or behind
There
you?
was no point in even having a 2 hour pacer, because where I was stood when I started, the 2 hour pacer was way ahead of me. So
Don't
there was
tell you
Started in the
where he
wrong
was.
place then.
Don't tell you where he was. He was
What?
just behind me.
I could stop this podcast, you know. I know. We said we're gonna.
Oh,
we're gonna.
it's
we're
not
gonna-
nice, is it?
We're gonna take it in turns and having the mick taken out of us.
Uh,
But let me finish my story. So, as I went down, because it was the new route, because obviously we'll come on to it in a bit. But in Bentley, we went down another road where we normally go over Ubberley. We went down somewhere else, Beverley or whatever it was.
Uberly Beverly.
That person who had obviously done the route before hadn't taken into account that bottleneck back on Sneeze Street. So as soon as that went down there and came back up, it gone up to 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So my head just went. My head fell off,
Ooh.
and then I just couldn't get it back. And then I got like 2
I
hours
don't
and 52
understand.
seconds.
So you set your Pace Pro up off the wrong course,
Route.
and that's why.
No. So, it was the new route, but I think because it was the first time anybody's actually ever ran it, the person who set it didn't realise about that bottleneck.
That out and back.
Yeah, the out and back on Sneeze Street. So that added an extra minute on, technically.
So for those that don't know, a Pace Pro on the Garmin watch, you can select a route that somebody's uploaded to Garmin. You can tell it what time you want to finish. You can tell it whether you want to run the hills hard or not. And then it will tell you a pace per mile split that you should follow to get the time that you want. And because Rob selected a route that hadn't been run before, it wasn't quite right,
No.
is what we're saying.
Thank you, Claire. So close though, Rob.
Who's thanking
Claire,
me then?
I knew. Yeah, thank you. But thank you, Claire. So close, Rob. Yes, I was so close. And this time next year, I will get it. I'll even go as far as saying I'm going to beat Emma.
So let's have so we've got being asked here, Robert Morris, what times did you all get? So Rob, you got
2 hours and 52 seconds.
Emma?
1:59:57.
I got a 1:25:34.
Well done.
Did you
So-
125 was it? I thought it was one. I've been telling people you got 127. So you got 125.
1:25:34.
1:25.
Wow.
1:25:34 after a level 7 in the hilliest
Yes.
half marathon in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Emma got it and a sub 2 after doing level 7 as well. And I didn't get a sub 2 even when I didn't do level 7.
But that
I'll
said,
say,
it's not all about time.
no, it isn't.
It's not. It's about taking part and enjoying it.
Yeah.
So
I
did you
fucking hated
enjoy?
it.
You just got to bleep yourself now.
I know.
What
I know.
did he say?
I fucking
just
hated
dropped
it.
the
I've
F-
got to bleep them.
He's just dropped
Why?
2 F-bombs on a YouTube live.
I didn't hate it. I hate, genuinely, Heartbreak Hill was okay. I didn't run all of it. I ran I would probably say half of it, and I walked some of it as well because I felt I was probably going to be quicker walking than I was if I was going to run it. I hated it from that point of Sneeze Street. I don't know why, but my head completely went. And I even shouted out, I hate this bit. And there was a guy by the side of me that didn't know, who nearly pooed his pants because I shouted that loud. And my head just went. And that's never happened. That's never happened to me before in a race. I don't know why it bothered me so much. But I think because it was so unexpected, and it wasn't even that long. It wasn't like all the way down the street. It was only a little bit, but it just completely threw me. And my pacing went, and I was like, "Oh, there's no point now. I'm not going to get sub because my timing was all wrong." And I don't know. I just didn't like it from that point, and I was so
But you
motivated. as well.
realise you could have still got it right. In hindsight,
Yeah.
you now do
Yeah,
know
but I
that you
couldn't.
could have still got it.
Yeah, and what really frustrated me was that I knew I could still get it, but I couldn't push myself because I was hurting that much. My hip was hurting that much. I hadn't left anything in the tank to boost at the end. And I did manage down the last bit, because obviously it's downhill. I managed to make up about half a minute by just sprinting that last little bit. Otherwise, I probably would have got less. I got a PB. I got a course PB, which I'm happy about.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy with the time because I know there's a lot of people out there that would love to get 2 hours and 52 seconds. But for me, because I've been talking about it for such a long time, and that was my ambition, was to get sub 2 at Potters Off. I suppose I got a 156 and I got a PB at Great North Run. I just feel frustrated that I didn't quite manage to get sub 2 at Potters.
So let's go to the question that Ben Freeman, who's watching on YouTube, has asked. So are you still injured?
I haven't ran. So I ran probably 8 miles the week of the Potters Off, but you couldn't really say. I went out with Running Club on Monday, and then I went out on Wednesday, but I walked because I was carrying the defib for the bottle run. I didn't want to miss a bottle oven run. So I did 8 miles in total. And it felt good. It felt like it was back to where it was probably before Deadly Dozen. But within the first couple of miles, it started to hurt again. And now it's probably as worse as it's been for a long time.
So let's ask you the next question from the next listener that's watching. I like this. This is a good way of doing this show. Chris Ridgway, didn't he say he was going to rest now?
I'm going to rest now, yeah.
No running this week? Because actually,
it's up to you,
a
coach.
good thing to do, because you are off to Cape Verde next week, would probably be to have 3 weeks off, complete rest, come back, and then get your marathon training started.
But I'm worried that I'll lose.
Rob, stop digging. Coach is ready to pounce.
Just do as you're told.
But the thing is, you have said on the podcast, a couple of times that I'm in the best shape I've ever been. And I genuinely think I am probably in the best, and within fitness, within running. I'm concerned that if I don't have 3 weeks off, if I have 3 weeks off, if I have 3 weeks off, then I will lose all that fitness.
No,
Why?
You haven't got that.
No. Why are you in the best shape that you have ever been in? Why?
Because I'm on the spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet's just got a whole lot worse today.
I know. We'll come on to that in a minute.
It begins with a C, and it was probably the first ever episode we did of Couch to Coach.
Consistency.
So you are at the fittest you've ever been because of consistency. up to the point where you got injured, and what are you now not being? Consistent because of your injury. So what happens is we take 3 weeks off because you've got two.
Hi,
Oliver.
Oliver. every week.
Clock, Willie.
Bedtime.
Get to bed.
He's trained. He knows what to do.
It's trains.
So what we need to do is take 3 weeks off, go back to that consistent approach when you come back from holiday, and then you can get back to that point and start your marathon training properly.
So 3 weeks off completely then?
Let's do it.
Could he do some like mobility work, some yoga, Pilates, and things like that? Just
Absolutely. Couldn't we
Yeah.
all do
Are
a
you
bit of that?
Have you ever seen a 6'6" or a 7-foot monster doing Pilates or yoga?
No,
no,
I
but
wouldn't.
you
It's
can
not a
record
pretty
it and do
sight.
a reel.
It's not a pretty sight. Ben was taking the mick out of me when I was doing the bear crawl at Deadly Dozen. Never mind
I've
trying to
seen
do
that.
a bloody downward dog or whatever it's called in yoga.
Rest is best. You aren't going to lose it in 3 weeks. You'll lose more fitness when the hip gets worse.
Yes.
Just saying.
I know.
No,
Well, yeah,
it's-
okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Rob,
You'll
have
listen to
to-
your
you'll have to
coach. You
eat
could end
well
up being
when
out
you're
for
away.
6 months.
But that's the thing. I know I won't eat well while I'm away. When there's things in front of you, I will eat it. When there's ice cream on tap, probably literally, I will just eat it, and I'll come back the size of a house if I don't
And
do
then-
exercise.
And,
And
then,
then
you'll have to do
On
your
the
really big
spreadsheet,
forfeit.
so how people that are watching on YouTube and the listeners, how unfair is this? So I've been on a spreadsheet now for at least nearly 2.5 months. And I've lost, how much have I lost? A stone and a pound. I was 17.7 and I'm now on 16.6. I've lost a stone and a pound. And I'm going on a holiday. This time next week I will be on holiday. And Emma decides to announce that every pound that somebody puts on, so not just me, but everybody, every pound you have to do 10 burpees. And I'm going away on an all-inclusive holiday. And now you're telling me I can't run.
So hang on. If someone puts a pound on, the whole group has to do 10 burpees.
No,
Yes,
just that
yes,
person.
that's a good idea. Just that person,
No.
apparently.
No, just that person. And they have to video it and send it in as evidence.
I like that.
And if they don't do it, then they're just kicked off.
Can I just say though, Rob?
Just I might just have to. Okay, that's fair enough. I'll just get kicked off.
Do you know when you go
Gotta
to
be
one
in
of
it
these
to win it.
places that's like
So-
an all-you-can-eat or an all-inclusive?
Yeah.
It's an offer. It's not a challenge.
I'm going to have to tell that to Dan.
It's an offer. It's like all you can eat. It's just an offer. You don't have to go like and eat it all.
I know, but
Brilliant.
when it looks so nice and it's there, and you don't have to make it and prepare it, and you can just nip and get a burger by the Sun Lounger and get some chips and an ice cream, and
Ooh, mate, a snack is an apple or a bit of fruit. A burger is not a snack.
yeah, it is. You could have honestly, we were talking about it yesterday, so
Emma,
I'm
I wish
not
I
sure.
wish you put us off.
Yeah, no, go on. Go on then. Oh, shut up now. Digging myself in a hole.
My Potter's off. It's good because I got sub 2, which is what I wanted.
Well done. I'm really happy for you. I genuinely am happy. And like I say, when people are talking about what they got yesterday, I am really, really happy. So, like, for example, James Mitchell getting his time. Fantastic. Well done, James. And Amy and Laura getting times that they got. They're really happy with their times. And Jack running us a bottle of beer the time that he got yesterday. It's fantastic. So I'm really happy for everybody else. I'm just really peed off with myself.
Well, Laura's actually going to say it was officially her favourite half. She wasn't
Yeah.
pushing for a time. She enjoyed the atmosphere more than anything else. Oh.
Oh yeah, Kelly's just reminded me. Haven't you got the 4th kiln run thing coming up? Yeah, I have actually this Wednesday, so I can't rest on Wednesday because I'm doing that. Thanks, Kelly. I forgot about that.
What would happen though if you didn't go?
I wouldn't get a medal. I wouldn't be officially. I have got.
I'll get you a medal.
No. I want that medal. It's a really nice medal. I've seen it tonight. Louise Gibbs has shown me tonight. It's a really nice medal. I'll go and I'll just take it really, really, really easy.
Oh, fucking up.
I've
See you later.
tried. He just doesn't listen.
Anyway, Emma,
Anyway,
back to yours.
Anyway, back to
me.
yours, yeah.
No, so honestly, when I started, and I said this to everybody, that I hadn't actually got a time in mind because I knew I'd got level 7 the day before. So I just wanted to just run it to feel and just take it in, chat with people amongst the crowds, and as I'm going,
The crowd. You were chatting to people in the
just
crowd. You
everybody
did well there.
high-fiving.
Celebrity entry.
Yeah, just enjoying it, loving it. So I started with Becca, chatting with Becca for a bit, then I was with Mark, and I just kept moving on. People would leave me, I'd leave them, and it was on Heartbreak Hill that the 2-hour pacer crept up behind me, and that's when the penny kind of dropped, that moment when I was
I've
like,
got to beat Rob.
well, you hadn't come past me, so I knew I was ahead of you, whatever happens. Because I knew where you were starting. But at that point, when the 2-hour pacer caught me up on Heartbreak Hill, I knew I could push on and get under 2. So that section that you were referring to before, the out and back, I pushed on to there, and as I went around the out and back, I could see the 2 hours quite a bit behind me because you can see them coming. So at that point, I knew I was sub 2. So then I just kept pushing, got it, and I was happy. So I surprised myself. I didn't think I'd get sub 2, considering level 7 was the day before, and as Ben said, it was really leg heavy, and I was just going to feel throughout the whole thing. I wasn't looking at my watch and thinking I need to go faster, or there was no pressure, so I was really happy with how I did.
Do you think if you'd not done level 7, you would have got faster? I would imagine. But how much faster could you have gone if you hadn't done level 7? Do you reckon?
That's a tough question. I don't think I would have got a PB.
What's your PB?
Because 149.
Yeah, something like
that.
Not many people PB on Potters Off.
No, just because I've not been doing much speed work or interval work, because all my training recently has been the ultra training, trail training, and it's been going a little bit slower to be able to go further. It's been about distance. So I don't think I'm at the fastest. That's why I said I need to do more intervals, which we're doing now. So I think if I hadn't have done level 7, I probably would have been 155, around there, which would have been fine.
I don't know why you're so surprised when you beat me, because you are so much faster than me. You are so much faster than me.
I think when we've run together and we've done things like strides, or when
I am fast on strides because I've got long legs.
And what did we do with Staff Smalllands?
Yeah,
the track. You were faster than me there.
I know, because when I put my mind to it and I want to go fast, I can go fast because I've got I can just extend. It's nothing about speed. Well, it is speed, obviously.
There's an answer to this.
He needs to put his mind to it more often.
No, I mean, if we're honest, it's down to aerobic conditioning. Because over a shorter distance, I would say Rob is probably quicker because you're a little bit more powerful, I would say.
Yeah.
When it comes to longer distances, because of where Emma has been in her training in the last few months, training for Titisworth and then Gritstone, she's built up a really good, strong aerobic base. So anything probably above 10K, I would say you are going to be faster. And
I'm a lot heavier. And you would say exactly the same, Emma. The more you've lost, the quicker you've got. I would say the more I've lost, the quicker that I've got. And I genuinely put it down to losing weight. That's why.
There is something in that, but I do think, like in terms of running, I don't think necessarily there's anything that needs to be looked at with weight to a certain degree. Yes, obviously, if we're all a bit lighter, we'll all be a little bit quicker. I think that is the case, but I do think like it's aerobic conditioning. And one of the things that we've probably looked at, if you were to compare your training equally over the last sort of 6 months, Emma has done more miles. And I think because that's happened, her aerobic base is better. And that's why I think for you, going back to your 3 weeks off, I think you look at where Emma's mileage has gone over the last few months. If you took 3 weeks off and then we come back from your holiday and we build a base, come the start of your marathon training, which starts around about like the 31st of December, you can build a really good aerobic base in that time. But if you don't take that 3 weeks off now, you aren't going to build that aerobic base up because you're going to be stop, start. So yes, you'll lose a bit of fitness, but I think actually you're better off taking the 3 weeks off, coming back off your holiday, and then build the base up and then start your training. That's really where you need to be, and that's telling in the difference between your two training and the consistency.
So I've got Madeley Half on the 19th. Hang on.
19th of October.
Yeah, so that was 3 weeks yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Right, look. Personally, I would say no running between now and coming back off holiday. Madeley Half is 3 weeks yesterday. So how many days from when you come back off holiday?
I come back, so 4 days.
Wednesday.
So in those 4 days, you go back into
Anybody,
training.
anybody listening, working out when I'm away and the house is empty, it's not going to be empty, so you'll be surprised. So nah.
All right. Take your 3 weeks, come back from your holiday, get a little easy running, right?
Yeah.
And then do Madeley Half, but do it as just an easy long run, and be the start of your base building period.
Okay.
But I think we would be silly to run between now and actually you're not running. Done.
What about Wednesday? The
Walk
bottle
it.
oven.
Walk it.
Oh yeah, I could probably walk it actually.
Carry
Bristol.
the defib again.
Brisk walk it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that actually. Yeah.
Just walk it. Because there's no point in risking yourself because you want a medal from the bottle oven run.
I genuinely did not think nearly 3 years ago when we started this podcast that I would be disappointed that I can't go out and run.
But
I think I'm coached. We don't need to do the podcast anymore.
You've got to look
I've
at-
become couch to coach. I'm fixed. Yeah, I don't need it anymore.
you've got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah. I agree. I completely and utterly agree. I know how much. To be honest with you, one is the fact it's no running, but the other factor I'm thinking about is this time a couple of weeks ago, months ago, when I was injured and I couldn't go out for a run, and then my mental health dipped. But that coincided with anemia as well. So I'm just concerned that if I don't go out and run, that my mental health will dip. However, I am away for 10 of them days on holiday, so hopefully my mental health won't dip, if that makes sense. So I don't feel as bad as if you would have told me this time a couple of months ago that I've got to stop running, I probably would have been a bit more concerned. But yeah, okay. I'll listen to you, coach. I'll listen to you. I'll just turn my Strava off. I know you're on Garmin now. You've got me Garmin.
Yeah, you're connected to your Garmin.
I'll just not record it. Anyway,
Chris
how was
just
your
put couch to Cape Verde completely didn't.
Yeah, exactly. How was your potters off, Ben?
Yeah, it was good. I again level 7 took it out of the legs, but I felt fresher than I thought I would. And I said I wanted to get somewhere between 125 and 120 because this was kind of like my B race. Although some people have PB'd, and congratulations for PB. And Potters
as people PB'd, people said that, I believe.
Julian Kell PB'd.
Oh yeah, Mark Parker, yeah,
Mark
Drew
Parker,
there.
Jim.
I think
Jim.
Hey, Jim did really well. Jim got 2 hours and 1 minute. I saw that. I was like, wow, I'm impressed with that. That was amazing. Well done, Jim.
It is incredible to PB that course because it isn't easy at all. But it does go to show on certain days you can, go and do stuff that is like that on a tough course. So I basically went out and did 125 to 120, knowing that I've got Peterborough Half Marathon in 3 weeks and thinking that's going to be kind of my A race and it's nice and flat. and at my best in a half marathon, I'm 78 minutes. So I want to try and get close to that at Peterborough. So I needed to see where I was at. So I basically put really good effort in. The difference for me in most races is I normally go out too fast, I think, because of the delay at the start, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, we need
The
to.
125 pacer, which was Ben Brereton, was way back in the starting pen, and I couldn't get there. So I was basically started behind the 130 pacer. So all the pacers, like you said, Rob, were all over the place. Christian Prince, who was 130, went off. I had to try and catch him. So I think during the whole race, I didn't get anybody go past me in the whole race.
Anybody?
Up until like probably the last 2 miles. So basically, I started off. I went past a load of people in the field till a point where I found like a pace that I was in.
Yeah.
I ran the best part of like 10 miles, and then I forget names. There was a runner from Silverdale, a guy from Trentham, and another guy who
You made me laugh when you say Trentham. It's Trentham.
all right, t-shirt. And
Hey, you take the mick out of the way I speak. I'm going to take the mick out of the way you speak, Trentham.
it's got H in, mate.
I know, but it's Trentham. Trentham.
Trentham. And that's
It
why he
is
looked at me funny.
Trentham.
I said, all right, Trentham. And so anyway, I went past them, and then they caught back up with me at Heartbreak Hill, and they passed me on Heartbreak Hill. But up until that point, nobody went past me. I was going past them. So it's a nice little booster. Like, you feel quite good doing that. And then Ben Brereton caught me on that little out and back. Like, it seems to be a familiar theme. Just as we went into the park. And I kind of tried to chase him down for the last little bit. Couldn't really get anywhere near him. That's where like the 35 seconds was. But really happy. The hills were tough. Heartbreak Hill, you locals need to stop moaning about Heartbreak Hill, because that is not the toughest hill in that area or in that race. It isn't.
People have said
Not.
that. Which one? What do you think is?
I think because
The
everybody.
one by McDonald's.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
because
Leek-
people
near Leek
start
Road,
to
yeah,
walk
Leek
it,
Road, right,
everybody else just thinks they're walking it. I'm going to
Walking.
walk it.
Yeah.
People need to just keep going.
I think
There's
what
the
it
one by
is
McDonald's and the first one that turns and goes right up.
Mm.
What was that
Victoria
one called?
Road. That's Victoria Road. That is.
Those
Right at
two
the start.
hills. No, pretty much
There's
like
two,
you go.
you go past two McDonald's.
Yeah, the one on Victoria Road and the one on Leek Road.
Those two hills
Yeah,
are both tougher than Heartbreak Hill.
yeah. You did well. You got 40th.
Anchor
Your
Road,
position's
Jim
40th.
Flowers, Anchor Road.
Anchor Road's difficult. Yeah, Anchor Road is difficult.
Is Anchor Road the one near the start?
No, so you go down into Hanley, you go through Hanley, and then you go down a little bit on the roundabout. That's
Yeah.
called Joyner Square, and then you go up Victoria Road.
Is that the road name?
So Vicky Road.
Road, yeah, that's Victoria Road, where you've got the McDonald's and the bingo and everything like that. That's a long stretch. That's all uphill. Then you go through Longton, past Cave, which is my gym that I haven't been for months, and then you turn, you go up Anchor Road. Now you go past Old Sal, well, up towards where.
What I mean is the left hand that goes up Anchor Road into Longton. That one.
Yeah, that's Anchor Road. Yeah, that's Anchor Road.
Cheers, Chris.
Yeah. And then you go down into Bentley. The change in Bentley, I think that I'm not 100% sure I like that change, because you go up Bentley, I think it was Beverly Drive or wherever it is. When you get up there, it's all mostly downhill. Whereas yesterday, Oberley, there was a bit of a down and up.
Oberley.
I can't remember what they're called. I'm rubbish
And
with
I said
geography.
I can't remember
You
any
said
of it. I just
Oberley.
follow everybody else.
It's called Oberley.
Oberley.
Oberley. Ubberley. How would you say that?
Oberley.
Oberley.
I knew you were going to say Uberly. But anyway, yeah. I Heartbreak Hill, I think you're right. When people are walking, you think to yourself, and I think it's because it's where it is in the race, because it's so close to the end, and that's why it's called Heartbreak Hill, because it looks a lot steeper at mile 11 than it does on mile 1, for example. And it will do, because your legs are tired anyway. But all in all, I think it was a good race. I know there's been a lot of criticism on Facebook,
About it
and we
being
will
half an hour late.
address that. We will have a conversation about that. People have been criticising the t-shirts. I like the t-shirt. I'm wearing it tonight, and I do quite like it. And it's a nice fit. I know the difficulty with getting a t-shirt is some fit me nice, some don't fit me nice, and it's the same for everybody. So I know a lot of people saying the t-shirt's rubbish. I genuinely, and I'm not just saying this to be controversial, I love it. I think it's really nice. I know it's got Mara on, and I don't mind that. I quite like it's got Mara on. They're the sponsor, so why wouldn't you have it on? It's like a football kit, not having Puma on or not having Nike on. They would always have it on, so why not? You're not listening, Ben. Have you had enough? Have you? Have you had enough of us, Ben? Have you?
Taking warm ears, mate. Warm ears.
But yeah, the delayed start. So we'll talk about that. So 25 minutes, the delayed start. I think everybody was frustrated. I think the reason everybody was frustrated is because you're so penned in and close to everybody. I was okay because
never been to a race where there's been that much of a delay though. So
No,
what
I haven't.
was the delay? Because has
Well, we don't-
anybody said anything?
So
Yeah.
I've asked George, and George hasn't got back to me, and we'll hopefully get some feedback. Go on,
So
Ben.
I was near the front by the stage where the guy was doing the PA. Now,
Yeah.
you can only go on what information he's telling everybody, but he said that it was due to a parked car
That's
on
what
the
I've heard.
route.
That's
So-
what I've heard.
If it was due to a parked car on the route, that race organisers are not to blame for that race
No.
being delayed.
No, I
So
agree.
all I can say is that they did a good job at trying to entertain the crowd. They couldn't, for safety, open the gate to let people into like the actual start pen. Yes, everybody was crammed in, but did they expect the fact that a parked car was going to
gonna
be
be
on the
there.
route? So I'm
Yeah.
going to have to, on that point, I am defending it and saying, look,
Yeah, I agree.
Graham, who came onto the podcast, you could show how much effort was gone into it. And there's always going to be things that are going to make it challenging or not to everyone's liking. But they have no control over that car being parked on the course
Yeah.
and that being delayed. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I agree. And I've got the advantage of being so tall, so I don't feel as quite claustrophobic, so I can see over everybody, whereas other people felt quite claustrophobic because there was so many people around, which I can understand.
So I've got a question for you, Rob. Do you
Yeah.
think if it started on time, just after you'd done your warm up, you would have got your sub 2?
Ifs and buts, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think because I'd done my warm up and then we were waiting around for such a long time, that might have had an impact. My groin did feel a bit tighter because you stood in a position where you can't really move and you can't really stretch and you can't keep moving around. So maybe, but I suppose you could argue that it didn't affect me. It might not have affected me. You can't say, can you?
There's a-
Probably,
there's a-
but I don't know. if
There's a
it's
few
definite.
things that would have been affected if you think, like, my brain goes to before the race starts, half an hour is quite a big time. 25, 30 minutes is quite a big time. You've got people that will have gone cold. You've got people that probably are standing around. The brain starts thinking, I need a wee, nerves kick in, all that sort of stuff. You will have people that will have
Yeah.
done their fueling strategy. They maybe will have took a gel just before the race.
Well,
Now, maybe they're not
I saw
running.
somebody have a
They've
gel.
got gels in. These are the things
Yeah.
which you can't really account for, but it is part of sport. Things happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Sam's just put a comment on there saying it's right. A few years ago in Birmingham, there was a suspicious car on the course and they changed the route. Last minute, they changed the route. So in a
Wow.
similar
Really?
position to what they did at Potters, your whole race plan's going out. But the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is you have to play with the card you dealt with. And I think
Yeah.
the race organisers' safety is the key thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And I think, yes, nobody likes waiting around, but they did what was right by everybody to keep the public safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a
Yeah,
couple of
I
comments I
agree.
saw on Facebook yesterday that people were commenting that the marshals weren't doing a good enough job. They weren't stopping the cars. I genuinely saw somebody on Vicky Road, a guy who was a marshal on his bike, literally stop in front of a car to stop that car from driving onto the road with all the runners because he was adamant he was going. He'd just come out of pure gym. He was just come out of the gym and he could see in his face he was angry because he would have thought that it was all everybody had gone past at that point because it was 20 minutes
Yeah, 'cause
delayed.
it's late. Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably thought, well, I'll just wait here for another. And the marshal, don't know who it was, never met him before, parked his bike and says, "You're not coming through here." And this guy was revving up towards him, and he just stood there and says, "You're not coming through. You can't come through because there's so many runners." So yes, I can understand, and the marshals do a fantastic job for what they're there for, but they can't stop everything. They can't stop the people. I've seen videos of marathons that they've shut the whole of London and people drive through London, and there's videos of them doing it. You can't stop everything, and we aren't here to. We're an impartial. We're impartial to Potters off. Yes, we had Graham on last week, and yes, we had George on last week. But I genuinely think it is, although I was frustrated that I didn't get the time I wanted to, it is one of my favourite halves because it's a local thing, and the crowd and the support that you get is second to none. I've done other half marathons where you don't see anybody for miles and miles and miles, whereas on Potters off, literally the whole way round, you've got people cheering you,
It's incredible.
people encouraging
Yeah.
you, and you see people obviously being local that you know that are encouraging you as well. So I agree with what Laura said, that it's one of her favourite halves. It's just tough. It's very, very tough.
It is incredible. Like, the support is brilliant. I mean, even at points when you go through the park and there's not many people, you still feel well supported. And I think they did a great job, obviously trying to do what they could to make it start on time, address all the safety concerns.
Yeah.
The finish is really nice in Hanley, and I think you've got that really good atmosphere from start to finish. So I think it was a great event. Caroline Kane has just said the news about the chap that sadly passed away afterwards. We do talk about that on the episode that's coming out on Wednesday. We're not going to talk about it in this episode, but it does put into perspective the fact that actually you're taking part in a local half marathon, and yes, you pay, but you're paying to run safely around the streets of your town and be supported. And I think there's far more to it than just, did we start on time and what was goodie bags like and were the t-shirts right? Because in actual fact, it's a great opportunity to be able to run in your town safely. And the unfortunate incident with the gentleman, there was obviously medics on site very quickly, and it was later on. But those are the things that we need to be appreciative of when it comes to these events, is that everything is looked at.
Yeah, and it's not easy. It's not easy. We've been part of organising the Protein Rebel Festival of Running. The amount of effort and the amount of thought, speaking to Tim and Liz, who organise the Protein Rebel Festival of Running, the amount of stress that they go through to organise these things. It's not just decided on a whim that you've got to do this. You've got to have certain things in place, like you say, medics, marshals and everything. You've got to have it all in place. So it isn't an easy job, and I wouldn't want to do it. So massive thank you to the organisers of every single race that you ever go to. And on the guy that sadly passed away, our thoughts and condolences go out to his family. And like Ben's already said, we do talk about it on the episode that we just recorded that is going to go out on Wednesday. And also thoughts go out to the other person who is in a hospital with hypothermia as well. I don't know any details about that, but our thoughts do go out to them as well. And we are thinking about both the family and the person who's in hospital. So, but all in all, I enjoyed it. I've had a really good weekend because we went to level 7. We supported it at level 7, and you really enjoyed doing level 7. And I really enjoyed Potters Off yesterday. So
Really
it's been
good
a really
medal.
good. It's a really good medal. Yeah, I really like the medal.
It's a cracker.
It's a cracker. I do like it.
So what's next?
Bottle oven run on Wednesday.
Do my head in.
Bottle oven walk on Wednesday.
Yes, walk.
No.
So for me,
big race. What's the next big race? What we're training for now? That's what we're here for. Couch to coach. What we're training for. Go on, Rob. Quick fire.
So my next big race, big race, is Manchester Marathon. Although I have applied through the ballot on Stoke Fits ballot, so we get a place every year for London Marathon. And the people that don't get a place through the normal ballot, they get opportunities to put in for that. So I might get a London Marathon, don't know yet.
So Rob's marathon. Emma?
Manchester Marathon, isn't it?
Well, we've got Chester 50 miler as well, haven't we, in February? That's before the marathon.
I know, but that's an ultra. It's different.
It's
So
different.
we've got-
it's different. It's double the distance, so it's a lot different.
So
I'm training for Manchester when
Yeah.
I'll be training for Chester because I want to get a good time, and the
Yeah.
ultra, I know I'll be able to do the distance.
Yeah.
But my focus
So
is
what
on
are
a
you
good
what are you going
time.
for at Manchester? What do you want
Ben's
to get?
told me I've got to get sub 4, so that's what I'm going to try and do.
Oh yeah. And what did I say? Sub 4:30 for me, wasn't it?
No, sub 4.
I'm not going to get sub 4. I got
I mean, I'm going to
4:45
say
last
to you,
time.
I'm going to say to you, both sub 4, and I'm going to say Emma's considerably under 4.
Like 3:59, 56.
No, 45.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the atmosphere come Manchester Marathon, and I beat Emma?
So
Can
hang
you
on.
imagine?
Here we go. So
I'm only just kidding. I won't.
we're
I'll be
doing-
nowhere near. You'll be way away.
So we're doing a trio of Manchester marathons. Yeah.
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 What is your Garmin currently predicting your marathon time as?
Well, my Strava's different to my Garmin.
Well, he said Garmin, so go on Garmin.
Oh, I'll go with Garmin then.
So mine's predicting marathon time of 2:39:28.
Is this in performance stats?
Yeah.
Race predictor.
Performance stats, race.
So my current marathon PB is
Can
3
you
hours
already
6.
see this?
He's already seen
You
this.
can already see this, can't
I
you?
can't see this.
We've already shared this with him. We shared him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
if you
but
can
we've
remember.
changed since then. So mine's come down. Mine's 3 hours 44.
Wow. Mine's 3 hours 58. But
And
that
that's
is
what we're going
that.
for then.
So that's mine. But it's also saying my 5K should be 21:35 and my half should be
Mine's back
1:40.
21:35.
Oh, that's the same as me.
So that's what we're going for then, yeah?
What's
Yeah.
your heart? 1:43. Yours is 1:43:26. Mine's
Yeah.
1:43:29. What's your 10K?
46:15.
Mine's 45:32.
So we're going to
That's weird.
go for our predicted times as they are now.
So
Right, so
as
we write
of
them down then.
the 29th of September, go on.
What-
3:58:04.
Mine's 3:58:04.
04. Ben, 3.
Mine's 2:39:28.
Wow.
Is it? Show me.
You want to get sub 3, don't you? Isn't that your
Okay.
ambition to get sub 3?
Yeah.
That's way under sub 3.
2:39, 24.
28.
28.
28.
Wow. That's incredible.
Not happening.
Oh, I think mine's on.
Well, you need to
Mine's
stay
45
positive
minutes
so that we
off.
stay positive.
Yeah,
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to have a proper good training block for it. We're going to be consistent and we're going to count all the way in. So there we go. Potters is
And hope
done.
we don't get injured during Chester.
Manchester's
also-
next.
I also go to France for a week before I go before Manchester. The week before.
That's all right. Perfect time to go. It's taken.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's what I
Perfect
thought.
time.
So I think this is
Why I
more
booked it,
realistic.
obviously.
This is more realistic. So I'm on Strava. I think is more realistic because it's up 5K of 23:28, which isn't far off. 10K is 49:41, which isn't far off. Half is 1:54:37 again, which is not far off, and a marathon is 4:16, which is more realistic for me, I would say.
So I'm just looking at the comments, and Robert Morris would like to know what our favourite distances are. And then James Mitchell has
okay.
put his time is 3:44:33, which is very close to mine. And James, I think we were running side by side at one point yesterday, and I didn't say anything. Sorry, but you didn't say.
I didn't say anything. To be
but,
fair,
yeah.
James won't mind me saying this. You probably wouldn't have seen him anyway. He's quite short.
No, he's no, I did. I
Sorry,
saw him,
James. Sorry, James.
but I was in the zone listening to the music.
I
I was
was
like,
in
I'm
the
sure that's
zone.
James Mitchell.
So my
Did you
favourite
see me,
distance.
James? Why didn't you say hello to me?
So my favourite distance is 10k. I do like a 10k race.
Why?
Because it's not too long. It's not too short. And I think it's a nice. I don't know. I just you can go all out, and what I like about it is you can try and sustain that all outness, if that makes sense. Whereas a half marathon, you can't. 5k you can go all out and you can get that. Whereas a 10k it's pushing yourself a little bit more to try and get that all outness, if that's a word.
That all outness.
Yeah.
Mine's a half.
Is it?
Yeah, because I find it challenging enough. I think 10k isn't a challenge anymore. I do 10k quite often, not as a
I
race,
know.
but I can just go out and
Yeah,
run 10k.
and
But
that's what I
don't
mean.
go out and just run a half marathon.
I think a race is different than just running a 10k. I could go out and just do a 10k if I wanted to. Probably not now because my hip. But if I wanted to, I could just go out and do a 10k. Whereas a race is completely different because Wilmslow is another target I want to try and get this year. A half marathon PB, a 5k PB, and a 10k PB. I got 49.51. I think I
got your work cut out, Ben.
in Wilmslow. So that was a couple of years ago. So I want to try and get a 10k PB if I can this year as well. And I like Wilmslow festive 10k. Well, I haven't signed up for it yet. I think that's in November.
Oh yeah.
Let's just focus on getting recover day.
Yeah, let's just. Yeah, it's good. What's your favourite distance, Ben?
1,500 meters.
Is it 1.5k?
What is that? Yeah. What is that?
1,500 meters is
Just
3.5 times around the track. Well, 3 and a bit times around the track.
No, mine's half marathon. Same reason as Emma.
Yeah.
It's just a nice distance to be able to go at a good pace and just like really
Push
grind it
yourself,
out
yeah.
and push, and it's not too much, so it's good. It's good.
So James Mitchell said you had your headphones on, so didn't want to disturb. Plus, I'd gone out way too fast, so I was trying to control my BPM. Haha. Caroline Kane says my favourite is half. I'm looking forward to Malta and Berlin next year. And Julianne said, didn't you dress up at Wilmslow too? Yeah, I did. I actually got my PB dressed as Santa at Wilmslow 10k.
Brilliant.
So
what are you going to dress up as this year?
I don't know. I'm dressed up as Santa most years, to be fair, at Wilmslow.
No,
festive
you're not
10K.
supposed to be doing it. Wrong answer.
Oh, well, it's not until November. I've got plenty of time. I can do that then, surely.
Let's see how this next 3 weeks go, shall we? Because by this point in time, you still haven't taken the advice, and you'll probably still be injured because you'll have ran 3 times a week.
Yeah, okay. I have been told not to run by a physio at work as well, because I saw him today, and he said to me, he says, how's your hip? I says, he's knackered now because I ran Potter's off. He said, I told you not to run. I was like, I know, but I had Potter's off in mind anyway. He says, well, I told you not to run. So
if you don't listen to me,
the coach is saying not run. The physio is telling me not run as well. Paul Phillips said that I shouldn't run, but I could if I wanted to. But that was before. Yeah, he said I should. He should rest.
That's the most stupid thing ever, though, isn't it?
What's that? Telling me
You
I can't
shouldn't run, but you could if you wanted to.
But no, he didn't say that. He basically said,
"Don't run,
rest." Yeah, don't run.
Look at him.
So how many people have said don't run, but you still keep running? You're gonna break yourself.
I know.
It's already broken.
I am
Even
already
more broken.
I'm walking round. I was watching myself today, and when I was walking past it, like a wall with like windows on, I'm walking like a monkey.
A wall with windows on a building.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a building outside a building, basically. And I was walking past.
Say a wall with windows. That is a building,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah, all right, a building with windows outside. So you know what I mean. And I walked like a monkey because I was like dragging my foot behind. Well, I wasn't kind of dragging, but it was like hobbling along.
Everyone in Stoke walks like that, though.
Oh, ho.
I don't mind him saying that because I'm from Staffordshire. not Stoke.
I'm the middle of more. People from Stoke. When he comes to Stoke next time, remember that. That's how we all walk, apparently. We all walk like monkeys. Yeah. Sam, did you eat your granola before Potters? No, I didn't actually. I had bagels. I had my bagels before Potters. Rob, if you don't look after yourself now, you will end up with osteoarthritis. With windows on. Yes, I know. I know I need to listen. I won't. I won't run. I won't run. 3 weeks off. 3 weeks off. Anyway, we've been talking for an hour. So this is my... No, it's not my last episode. Yeah, this is my last episode. Yeah, I won't be here next week. Yeah, so Ben and Emma will have to hold the fort on their own. There'll be no stupid comments from me about wall with windows on or powerful torso, or although I probably will get FOMO and I'll probably end up dialing in
Of course, he will. Guaranteed.
from Cape Verde. Cape Verde, guaranteed. Cape Verde.
Well, I did it. Where was I? Too.
Yeah, you were pissed.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
You were.
No, I wasn't.
You were tipsy.
Yeah, I was.
There you go. You were tipsy.
Oh, we can have drunk Rob on the podcast. It'll be hilarious. It'll be
No,
crying
it
every
won't
5
be.
seconds.
I was going to say I'll be crying. I'll just be crying my eyes out.
And then he has to do
I-
all of his
I-
drunken bleeps as
I
well.
love you too. I love you too. That's what I'll be doing. Anyway,
Why
We
did you
will
turn
talk-
into Cilla Black then?
we won't talk about the wheel of Couch to Coach. We'll save that for the episode when we get back, because although it is dark, it'll be dark by the time I get back from Cape Verde. So we'll talk about running in the dark then. If anybody has got any tips on running in the dark and they want to let us know, we want it to be mentioned on the podcast in 2 weeks' time, please let us know via Instagram at Couch to Coached or email couchtocoached@outlook.com. Really got it wrong. Couchtocoached@outlook.com.
Isn't it Gmail?
No, it's not Gmail. We haven't got a Gmail. We have got a Gmail, but it's the wrong one. It's couchtocoached@outlook.com. On Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, everywhere. Just find us. Let us know your tips on running outside in the dark. And also, if you've got any suggestions for the wheel of Couch to Coast. And on that note, I will see you in 2 weeks' time, potentially next week when I dial in from Cape Verde. But I'll leave you in the capable hands. I hope. I have shown them briefly how to edit a podcast, so I'm hoping it will be put out there. Of these
We can
pair.
always get Jim to help us, though, can't we?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just don't do a really good job, Jim, because they'll get rid of me then. And this is my life. The podcast. And on that note, you're just letting me talk now, aren't you, Ben? I can tell what you're doing. You're just letting me just get myself deeper in this hole. And on that note,
just waiting for something good to come out. I think we've had it all. We've like squeezed the last bit of juice out the lemon. On that night.
and on that note, we will see you all later.
See you later.
Bye.
I was going to say, you could say bye.